Today we're going to be working on fixing rock chips on your car. My car in particular has a bunch of them, but we're going to focus on one of them, especially this big one. You guys can see right here. We're going to be using touch-up paint, which we bought online. You want to go ahead and buy OEM. There's a lot of aftermarket. They're probably good. I've never tried it myself, but why go wrong when you could go OEM, right? It's probably your best bet. I'm gonna be showing you guys where to find your color code. So right here, mostly or every car has a color code. Mine in particular is 1L7, which it matches this touch-up paint, 1L7. We are gonna be sanding down. We're gonna be using 2500 sandpaper and 3000. We're gonna be wet sanding, so we're gonna use water. We want to create the minimum damage as possible. We are gonna need a polisher because we are gonna create scratches and swirls with the sandpaper. So our touch-up paint pen has a little tip on it that would actually rough up your primer. That's gonna help hold down the paint. So if you don't do that, it'll probably still gonna stick to your hood or whatever you're working on. But you want to make sure that surface under there is pretty rough. So I'm gonna set this up right here. I have my GoPro on. So we're just gonna create some scratches in there, a rough area for the paint to stick on. Just a little bit, guys, not a lot. You don't wanna get rid of your primer. At that point, you're gonna need primer if you go straight to the metal. So you wanna go ahead and clean that off. Make sure it's a clean rag. You don't want any grease or oil, or your paint is gonna bubble up. So the touch-up paint has two options. Has that little tip, which you press on it and it will shoot out paint, or if you got a bigger area affected, there's a brush on it. In this case, we're gonna use the tip. I don't want too much paint. So see how it just shoots out the paint? Just want to go just enough, not too much, just enough to cover the affected area. All right, just gotta let it sit. Wait. If you got more rock chips like I do right here, I'm gonna keep going. So in this video, I'm only getting the biggest ones. It was just too many of them, too tiny for me to cover. So, for the purpose of this video, I just did the biggest ones and, show you guys the process. A little tip here, if you got too much paint, grab a piece of blade or grab a brand new blade. You could actually wipe off any excess. See? So just take off any excess paint that we added and just basically cover the affected area. Since we're letting that dry, So to begin polishing now, guys, what you're gonna do is add 5 dime dots of your paint correction compound, which in this case we're gonna be using B32 and B34 at different times. And you're also gonna wanna add conditioner pad spray. This is gonna help your pad live longer. You wanna spray it 3 times onto the pad, and you're gonna be working on 2x2 areas. You don't wanna do more than that. 2x2 will be enough to just, for that amount of compound. And you want to stay away from those lines. You want to stay away from those lines for now. And to add the compound onto the car, you want to just pat it down, and then you want to put it to speed setting 1, and just spread it around slowly. Once that's done, then you're gonna want to go to speed setting 5 or 6, depending on what you want. They're pretty similar. What you want to be careful of is, do not burn down your compound. So you want to just go till it starts fading out, and you start just seeing the car paint again. You don't want to burn it dry, because then you're going to be burning down. You're going to be heating up your clear coat, and that's when you're going to really burn down your clear coat. Can it be fixed? Yes, but you want to stay away from that. If it's necessary, you want to add or do more than one pass, which in this case we are going to be doing more than one pass because of the amount of sanding we did. It's for sure going to be necessary. And once again, stay away from that line for now, or any sharp lines on your car. All right, guys, some progress here. We were waiting for this big one to cure down. So now that it has dried up, we're gonna sand it down once again with the 2500 grit sandpaper, and following it up with the 3000 grit sandpaper. And same thing, we're just gonna repeat the process like we did on the right side. Just in this case, we're trying to put the bump down as much as possible. This is how bad it looks. Let me get a close up. That's how it looks now. Same thing, guys. Spread out evenly. And on speed 1, you're gonna keep spreading. Now we go to speed 6. So I did one pass, and I sanded a little more down because it was still bumpy. So we're gonna go ahead and give it another pass, and it might need one more just because I resanded this. But I think everything else around it with this one pass is gonna be good enough. So same thing. So last pass, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're hitting it with the V32 compound 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Last pass, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and hit it with the last compound. We're switching our pad out. Gotta take this one off. We're putting on a softer compound pad. And 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pad conditioner 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna spread it evenly. Speed 1. Right, speed 1. I think that was it, guys. Alrighty, guys, this is it. This is the end result. As you can see, we got the gloss back. Let me show you guys. This was the rock chip we were working with. You can see color difference. Like I was telling you guys, it's never gonna be the same unless you repaint the whole car. But first glance, naked eye, can't even see it. And there was more scratches around it. What we got off with the buffer, with the polisher. Last thing we're gonna do is add speed wipe. So this just makes just a quick detailing spray. It says delivers brilliant shine, cleans, shines, and protects. So we're gonna add this, spray it. Next video is gonna be adding the PPF film, so we don't have to redo this thing again. We don't have to redo what we just did. I don't want to sand this down again, because eventually you are gonna run out of clear coat and you're gonna start sanding down your paint. So peace out, guys. That's it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.